up, you guys? It's Bianca and I'm back again. In this video, I want to share with you guys my VSG experience, my whole journey with VSG, and just how things have been moving along for me, my hospital stay, surgery, just how everything went down. I am 3 weeks post-op and I'm feeling good. I've lost, how much we have I lost? I've lost 15 pounds in surgery. So yes, we're gonna talk. Girl, don't stress. Like, that is gonna be today's motto. Girl, don't stress. Okay. All right, so let's talk about it. Surgery day. December 12th was my surgery day. So, okay. December 12th was my surgery day. Okay, let's start it this way. December 10th, 11th, and 12th, I was given a pre-surgical soap to bathe with. And every time you showered, I was told to change my washcloth. Until this day, now that I'm showering and I still have my scars, I use a different washcloth every day. And that's probably for me for, like, you know, psychological reasons, just to be clean. I don't want them to get infected, germs, ill, whatever. So I'm still changing my washcloth, which you do not have to do after surgery. But I was told pre-surgery to bathe with this special surgical soap, and it was going to help get you really, really clean for surgery. December 12th, I used the soap again, and then I went ahead and went off to surgery. I'm going to put a pic of me as I was about to go to surgery, probably like 20 minutes before I went to surgery. And some video clips after. So yeah. I went to the hospital and I checked in, got my wristband, everything was good, boop, boop, boop. I got ready. They gave me some more wipes to wipe my stomach with, the area which is, you know, surgery was going to be performed. And I put on my gown, my socks, and I waited. I was hooked up to IV and stuff like that. And then we waited for my doctor to come, you know, his surgical team. And then I was brought to surgery. And that's one thing I remember is the operating room. The operating room was just so pretty. Like, I love bright things and bright lights, and that's really how it was. Like, the operating room was like this, okay? The operating room was mad bright. So I was just like, whoa. And then I was, you know, meeting the team and stuff like that. We were really just talking, and then we started talking about makeup. And of course, the anesthesiologist, we were talking too. And then out of nowhere, I don't even know when I fell asleep. And that's just how it's supposed to go. You know, we were talking until I don't even remember what the last thing I said was. And then I woke up. Baby. When I woke up, I was still out of it. My lace may be lifting right here, but don't watch that. I was still pretty much out of it, very groggy, very drowsy, and I remember upon waking up, I seen my family members. So I was in recovery, and you know, recovery, all the patients are lined up next to one another with the curtains, you know, separating. Recovery room, like a emergency room. So that's how it was. And I remember being so out of it, but I just wasn't in the state to have people around and to really have anybody around me like that. I was in pain. Now, when I say I was in pain as in chest pains, gas pains. I remember being like so drowsy and like out of it, but I was picking up my gown. Like I was, because the gown is so long, I was like rolling it up in my hand. And I'm like trying to see if I actually did the surgery. I'm like, did I do it? Did it go through? Like, I'm done. It really happened. I remember feeling like that. And so I seen a big bandage right here. And this bandage was where, the stomach came out at. And then I'm just like, oh, okay, I see, bandages or whatever. And I didn't have any pain. So like, that's why I'm like lifting up my gown and I'm trying to see if I actually did the surgery, because I didn't feel any pain. I didn't feel my incisions. I didn't feel anything except for my chest. And the chest pain was on another level. Like, I've never, ever, ever felt chest pain like that in my life. It was so intense and just so tight. And, man, I don't know. They were giving me little tablets to put under your tongue, and it kind of melts, and it helps with the gas pain. And they also gave me one to help with the nausea. Although I wasn't feeling any nausea or anything like that, that's what they gave me for gas pain. I remember being in so much pain one time while I was in recovery. I was in recovery for like 6 hours. While I was in recovery, the chest pain was so crucial that someone who wasn't even related to, me or just my case or whatever, just a random doctor, he was like, what's wrong with her? And I remember him, and I had my nurse and stuff like that. He wasn't in the surgery room. He had nothing to do with me. I wasn't one of his patients. And he was just so like, what is going on with her? Because the pain, I was like moving, and she's telling me to take deep breaths to like move the gas. And he came over to me and he was like, don't worry, we're gonna give you something. But I have to understand that while I was in so much pain, I had just received medicine for the gas pain. And it wasn't like they were avoiding me. They were just nothing else they could really do. The gas had to move on its own. So there was this one attending nurse that she helped me get up and walk around. And when I walked around at one time, I felt a relief on my chest. Like the gas had moved, but not all the way. There was just so much, but I did feel like a slight relief. And then she left. So when she left, there was no one else really there to help. And it got so busy that I was asking, like, can I walk again? Can I walk again? I need to relieve it. But they were just so busy. So I kind of have to understand that. But as soon as I went upstairs and got my own room, well, not my own room. I did share a room with someone, but I had like the window side. I wasn't bothered at all by that. Whatever. When I had my own room, as in I wasn't amongst other patients in recovery. My nurse was so nice. Her name was Melanie. So nice. Like, she was so nice. That's why, like, I'm grateful for everybody that is I'm grateful for everyone that is a part of my journey, whether they're family, a nurse, a surgeon, or whatever. Like, Melanie was so nice and just so caring and so attentive that, oh my gosh, I didn't want her to leave when her shift was over. I felt like I was gonna cry. But yeah, she was really, really sweet, and she helped me as soon as I got back up on the floor upstairs. She helped me walk around again, and she was just so attentive, and that's when I started to feel better. But I pretty much had that pain for like, I want to say maybe 3-4 more hours after I went upstairs. And then continuing to walk, it relieved itself, and it pretty much just stopped. And when it stopped, I was able to go to the bathroom, walking around. I was like, come on, let's walk around, not being in bed all day. That is what's going to help you with the gas pains, is moving around. Once you start walking, because right off the bat, you're not going to be able to drink or anything like that. But ice cubes help. Ice cubes, ice cubes, ice cubes. They didn't want to give me ice cubes in recovery, but my mouth was so dry that I was asking for them. But they didn't give it to me. They didn't want to give it to me. And when I finally went on the floor, Melanie was like, yeah, sure, you can have some. And I had that, and it was good. Like, I felt the ice cubes working with the gas, helping to relieve the gas. Then walking around completely moves the gas. Like, you have to walk around, do as many laps as you can, no matter how groggy or tired you are. When that pain hit, you're gonna want to walk around. So yeah. The next morning, they gave me a list. A little chart of cups that you have to X off or check off, rather, as you go. So within a 3-hour time frame, you had to drink something in, let me get it, come back. So within a 3-hour time frame, you had to drink out of one of these cups. You had to drink out of one of these little measuring cups, the measuring medicine cups. And you had to do that every 15 minutes. So if you did that every 15 minutes without any nausea or just like any discomfort, you were able to go home. So I did that, mastered it. I was so ready to go home. I was like, I want to go home. One night in the hospital was good enough for me. Like, I'm ready to go. So I went home, and yeah. Before I went home, they have like a pharmacy downstairs in the hospital where I was given nausea medication. And it's just like one of those tablets that melt. Gas medication, same form, melt. And oxycodone, liquid oxycodone for pain management at home. So if I did have any pain. And I have to say, my surgery, my whole experience with Vsg was completely pain-free. Pain-free! Okay? I'm so extra. I didn't use any oxycodone for my pain in my stomach, or I did use the oxycodone to help with my cramps, because I got cramps a week after my surgery. So I got my menstrual a week after my surgery, and I didn't want to, you can't take pills anymore. You can't take Aleve, and that's what I usually would have taken, was Aleve for my pain. And so since I had the oxycodone, it's preferred that you take 5 ml, which is very, very small. That's how you know, like, oxycodone is very strong. And 5 ml is just right here. Like, it's just right here. 5 ml. And that's all you need. So that's what I was taking for my cramps. The one thing, though, with oxycodone is, oh my gosh, the first few times of me taking it, it gives you a high that is just so woozy. Now, I remember one night I was just like in the dark, like I wanted to go to sleep, but I'm like looking at my hands. I'm like, and I had taken the oxycodone, but I'm looking at my hands. I'm like, my hands, I like, why was I? It put me in such a zombie state. And I ain't used to that. And it makes you go to sleep. So I did, however, go to sleep. So that's the only thing. But my pain was non-existent. It just wasn't there. And I'm so happy. I remember coming home and just thinking, like, why am I not feeling pain? Like, was there something that, and this is all mental. This is all mental. It's in your head. I was like, was there something that my doctor didn't do to make me like really say like I'm a VSG patient? Like, why am I not feeling pain? I was second guessing everything. I was thinking everything. And then I remember I got into the shower and I'm like, stop, thinking out of the box and just thank God. And I remember being in the shower and praying so long and so hard in the shower, because it was like, God, thank you. Thank you for your mercy. Thank you for bringing me through this. Thank you for carrying me through this whole journey, and having so much anxiety and anticipation of, oh, it's going to be this. People are telling me this. People are saying it's painful. People are saying this. People are saying that. And God, you brought me through it, God, and you relieved me, and you carried me, and you worked through my surgeons, and you worked through me, and now I'm here, and I have this journey and this story to tell, and my story is pain-free. And God did that for me. And I remember going on Instagram, and I read this lady's Instagram post, and she was saying that, I believe she said she was 4 days post-op, and all she felt was regret and pain. And in that moment, I just felt so bad, because here I am, someone who's not feeling any pain. And, aside from like a little soreness or slight discomfort, but nothing. And this lady said that she felt instant regret. That hurt me, and it wasn't even me. I felt so bad for her. But I want to say that, if you guys would like to follow me on Instagram, I've gained so much support, and I'm giving back out support on Instagram for weight loss journeys, whether it be VSG or not. However, of course, I can shed a little bit more light on VSG because I've done it now. But whether it be any weight loss surgery or whatever it may be, you can follow me at I am Bianca Richards on Instagram. And yeah, I literally pray for people. And just like this one lady, she wrote me saying that she was nervous and she was scared, and her surgery date was coming up. I believe she said it was December 28th. Her surgery date was, and I prayed for her. I told her I was going to pray for her, and whether she believed me or not, I definitely did pray for her. And I just sent a beautiful prayer up to God for her. And I just feel that is the one thing that a lot of people take for granted, is the strength and the power of prayer, because I had so many people praying for me. The list is very long for the people who prayed for me. So in my journey, all I can do is give back the same love and give back the same support. So instantly I'm praying for people, and the power of prayer is, don't underestimate it. Please don't get hurt, okay? Because prayer is real. So yes, that is my experience so far. I am 3 weeks post-op. Yeah, I'm 3 weeks post-op. I want to do so many more videos with you guys. I want to share so much with you guys. What I'm drinking, what I'm eating, how I'm living. It's rough. It is rough, but we gotta live. We gotta survive after VSG. So, yes, you guys, that is my complete hospital experience and my VSG experience on my surgery day. And yes, that's my story. This is my journey. So if you'd like to be a part of my journey, go ahead and like this video, comment down below, and subscribe because I'm going to be posting more videos about VSG, the things that I'm doing, and just things like that. So please subscribe to my channel, And yeah, let's talk. Like I say, comment down below so we can create a dialogue. Talk to me, okay? Tell me, what are you worried about? Girl, you got this. And if all else fails, God got you. All right. So, yes. Bye, you guys.